It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get...
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Miami. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Looking to throw. Hunter. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Just like that. 58, boys, 58.
Operating from the gun. Hunter. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. From the 27, Fields. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. To throw is Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. To throw on 2nd down, Hunter. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
There we go.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Hunter. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the option, it's Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Choose the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
To throw on 3rd down, Hunter. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Pick. That's our ball. Going the other way.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Gets this one to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fields on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. The point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Hunter. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
That's how we do it.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hunter. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Hunter. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now Fields. He's got it to Gibson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On 1st down, it's Fields. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Dolphins have got it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throw right side taken in by Gibson. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Gibson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. And
he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
This one swung out here to Jones. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run the toss now with Gibson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun. Hunter caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Hunter. A check down here to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They threw it. They just threw the flag.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on second down. Hunter. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 44.
On first down, Fields. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To the air again, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Fields on third down. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Personal foul. This is rubbing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Davante Adams a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Elijah Moore, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's getting close to that number 300. That's always kind of the benchmark for a great game for a quarterback, isn't it? 300 yards?
Similar to a runner going over 100 yards or a receiver having a 100-yard-plus day. For a quarterback to throw for over 300 yards or hit that number, that kind of separates you a little bit from just the average guys in the league. This puts you up there in the elites, and that's where everyone wants to be.
And a big reason why they're winning, obviously, too. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Cole Kmet, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Hunter. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to throw. Hunter. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Hunter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw, Hunter. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Hunter. Over the middle, complete. It's Manning. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run with Gibson. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the 1st before he's tackled.
Let's go.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
See you over there. You scared? Hey, come on now. Mike 55. Right there.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Personal foul. This is roughing the passer. That's his defense.
Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now here's a throw that's complete.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Hunter. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Russell Gage with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, Fields. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Here's a give to Gibson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Hunter. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. On 1st and 10, Hunter over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hunter. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun. Hunter going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
58 for Mike, 58.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw again. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Hunter. He finds his man. Complete. That's Manning. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on 1st down. Hunter. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. A handoff for Gibson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paid.